In this video, I'm going to show you what you get when you download Wizard's Toolkit. This all comes with it as standard, and I'm going to show you how fast and easy it is to create brand new data-driven web pages and integrate them with your Wizard's Toolkit environment immediately. So this is the default app that you get with all the initial lookup data and the revenue reports. Of course, there's no revenue, so there's not much to see. This is the demo pages, and I haven't done anything to add to the data, but here you can see this is like the Widget Dashboards. There's a mine, which is a DevOps one. The techs, when they first log in, they get a copy of the DevOps one. There's the marketing dashboard, management, quality control. This is all very easy to set up your own dashboards. And there's a bunch of different demo pages that comes with Wizard's Toolkit that makes it very easy for a developer to check out exactly how to do the code. Here are the pages that come with Wizard's Toolkit. There's a GCP for Google Cloud Platform, and all these others that show you how to make things like the money demo. This, if we click here, first off, look in here, we do not have any pet data. The demo I'm going to do will use the pet database, and right here, if we click this, it's going to generate the SQL. There it goes. And now if we go back here and we say, let's look at the tables again, now we see there's pets and pet notes with data already installed. And we can click on this, and there's your information. And here we can add a photo. Alright, but what I want to show you mostly is how easy it is to create a page like this. So we're going to go to the back office or the admin pages. I'm going to log in again. I'm going to switch to the builder. Now, first off, I created a new demo table called pet food. What we're going to do is we're going to create this pet food table and build a listing page and an update page to modify it. I also create a little bit of lookup data. Now, of course, you don't have to do lookup data like this. We could say this is already in there. So let's go and let's modify this, because I shouldn't have copied that in. That was already created when I went to the page. So we're going to say, let's look up the pet type. And now we see we have them in here twice. So I'm going to just change these a little bit. I'm going to say H for horse. And we'll add a P for pony. And I'll just delete this one. All right. Now, if we wanted to add a new food size, we would just go in here and we'd add this too. What I did was I did the values as letters just so I can do a sort by that. And that way, this is a little trick. If the customer is likely to ask for things that are going to screw up your sort order, you wouldn't want to say sort it by display, because then the 3 ounces will be before, or the 12 won't all line up properly. So let's say the client said we need to have a 3-pound bag. All right. Then I will go, we'll save and copy this, 3, and we'll make this AA. All right. Now we see, oops, that's not quite the way we want it. So let's go make this A2. We'll make this A1. And now we'll sort it the way we want. All right, but let's get to actually building the PHP pages. Now up here, if we look in here, this is in the admin folder. which is where we're currently at on the website. And you'll see that we do not have any pet files. So I'm going to make one right now. First I'm going to copy this. I'm going to make this into a nice little script. Alright, there we go. SQL table, pet food. The primary UID, our key is UID, security level 1. Basically, we'll let anybody who has a login use it. Pet food list. And I'm going to put this for the pet type. We'll add that at the end. Food brand. Let's make this to have a quick filter on food brand and on food name. All right. And we'll take the node off of the listing. Del date is null. I often put in my tables a del date column. And what this allows is you can then allow users to delete data, and it doesn't really delete it, it just del dates it or sets a date for the deletion. And then on your web pages you say don't show data that's been deleted, but if you have referential integrity issues, this will make it so that data is not really deleted and will still be available for lookups on past data. Alright. So we'll leave that in there. Order by, let's have this default by food name as the order by. And now for the form title, we'll say pet food. Fields per row. That's how many fields do you want per row. We're going to say, let's go with 2. And then I'm going to put these back in here. And let's name these pet food list, pet food edit. Add to menu data. I'm going to say yes. And what that does is it makes it so that it can appear here more easily. Generate pages. Now look again. There's no pet information here. There it is. It just generated these 2 PHP pages. Okay. We can click in here and see there's a page. There's my columns. There's all the PHP pre-generated, including the filters. And here's the edit page. All right. Now, it actually put it here so we have a direct link. So I'm going to click on it. There's our working page. What do you know? Already working. Food brand name, blah, blah, blah. So here we can start putting in the information. Pet type. Oh, I want to change this to be a drop list. But let's go ahead and put in some data just so you can see it. We'll say the brand is Shiba. I'm going to say C for cat. We'll update that in a minute. There's the food name, food type, wet, food size. This is going to be a drop list also. I'm going to leave that blank, and we'll just say it's 349. Wet food that cats love. Alright, there we have a working list and edit page. Super fast, super easy. Alright, now let's add it to, notice here we have client information including revenue and all this. And by clicking yes to add it to the menus, we now see there's the pet food list. So that was done automatically by clicking yes on that. So now I'm going to go in here, I'm going to say let's go to clients, And let's add that. We'll put it down. We'll put it between report viewer and revenue just to be cool. There's our pet food list. And there's our pet food list. Isn't that nice? Okay, so now let's see how easy it is to update this information. Now we have food size. And remember when I put in this, here we go. So I want to change this. Food size. And it's going to sort by lookup value. And let's have it save it to, for the food size, I have it saving the integer. So we're going to do that like this. Now we get rid of this. Instead of having it be an input field, we're doing a select or drop list. And we got the pet type. We're going to do that also. This one, let's have it sort by display. We have I use the same pet type drop list in the pet edit page. Here you can do a copy, which is kind of cool. We'll do that in a moment. And let's see. Type, oh yeah, let's do this as a radio button. Okay, and we see that the options are dry or wet. And I'm just saving the actual information in here. I could have it save W instead of the whole word wet, but for this demo I wanted it to actually save the entire value. So we'll do that for the value as well as the display of the radio button. And now that's in there. Now let's change this to numeric price. This is the label. It defaults the label to the column name, but sometimes you want to override that because it's a little bit redundant. So we'll change it to that. And notice it made this a text area instead of a text. And that's because the Wizard's Toolkit is smart enough to know that if the last 4 characters of the column name is note, then you probably want a text area. Now, of course, if you wanted, you could just change that to text, but we do want it to be a text area. So I'm going to leave it like that. Let's see how it looks. I did numeric and it probably wants number. Let me just change that. And now it's a number. And that's using HTML5 for making sure that it stays a number, so you can change it like this. And we see we now have radio buttons. And we have drop list. All right, nice. Now if we wanted to, we could say, you know what, let's make this have a copy button as well. And to do that, you just add a third parameter of yes or Y for the copy button to show up. It defaults passing in the form for the first parameter of update buttons and how you want it to save. And this is how you usually want it to save. But you can always override that if you want to change the saving methodology. And then a Y for the third thing. It defaults, or I default it to blank since it's always using the defaults. But when I want to add the third parameter, you put in the first two parameters. All right, so now, let's say we go in here, and you see now there's a save and copy. So now if I say, let's do that, because Sheba has a lot of great food. All right, your data has been saved, ready to modify your copy. Now we can say, this is their beef pack. And we'll leave it as a 3-pound. No, oh, these should be 12-ounce cans. All right. Save. And now we have the beef pack and the chicken pack. I'm going to change this, not 3-pound bag, but we'll say this is a oneer. We'll say that's a single serving. And now just for fun, let's add I am food name delicious dog chow, dry, price $17.99, 7-pound bag. Okay, we now have a working database. But we can see, this is kind of a bit weird. It's showing food size instead of the lookup. So let's go and we'll fix that. So in here, I'm going to let's see how that looks. Ta-da! Food size, food price, food type. Let's make the food type just say type. All right, and you see we now have a nice little page. Okay, but now let's look at adding it to our main app. All right, there's a couple different ways we could do that. One, we could make one of these buttons on there jump to it, like the errors widget jumps to our errors page. And two, we could add it in here. Let's do both. So first, I'm going to go in the back office. I'm going to say, let's go to widgets, and we'll create a brand new one. Pet food. And we could do it as a count, or we could just say, let's make it a simple link. You don't have to put in .php, it assumes that. Here we could put a description, but and then it would show as a tooltip. This is a demo. All right, we're not going to pass in any parameters, but we could. And if you set the security level, then a person, like if I put this as the owner, then if somebody else logs in, they won't even ever see this widget. Only people that are of this security level or higher will see it. I'm going to save that. And now over here, I'm going to say, hey, let me see the widgets available. Well, you know, there's a pet food widget. Let's add that. It brings it back over here. I'm going to move it up to the top because I love the pet food. Close and refresh. There's our pet food. Boom. Voila. We now have on the main app a way to go from the dashboard to this page. Pretty damn cool. And if we wanted to do something in here, we could do that as well. Let's go to here, app. Here's all of our current things, and I will put it right underneath here, admin pet food list. You know, I don't think that is a valid one. 1 second. Okay, pets. That's pretty intuitive for an icon name. We'll put that in here, save it. Now let's just log out. Notice, not in the menu currently. We'll just refresh, log back in, look at the menu. There it is. Click, boom. This is a single page application. It doesn't change the URL at the top. It's super fast, using Ajax for your page navigation. And now you have a fully functioning list page with an edit page, fully integrated into your website or mobile app. That easy with Wizard's Toolkit. What if the boss says, hey, I want to see a report on this great pet food? All right, well, we currently don't have one. Let's make one really quick. So we go back to the back office where the text log in. We go to the report wizard, and we'll say, let's make a pet food for cats. He says, I need a cat pet food report. It's like, okay. Yes, boss. Here we go. So I'm going to make it that, and we say cat pet food. Now, I'm going to just steal it from here. See, I forgot to put in the alias there. So I'm going to say like this. And then we're going to add to the where statement and pf pet type equals C. And he says, let's make sure that we have the ability to sort by brand and by food, by the food name. So we will add that in here. We'll say that. And food name. And now here, let's leave it as food name for this report. The first parameter is the column name. The second parameter is what you want to rename it as or use it as an alias. All right, and then we'll over impress the boss by giving him also the sort capability on food type for dry or wet. And let's do this for the lookup display of size as well. So I'm going to remove the alias here since we're doing it as part of the sorting capability. And of course, we'll probably want to be able to sort by food price as well. All right, let's make the food price or the price be right aligned since it's a numeric and a price. Yeah, that should work pretty good. Let's check it out. Now, if he goes to look at his reports, there's food for cats. There's our 2 cat ones. Looks pretty good. We can click on brand and on size. All right, now I see that the name and the price did not sort. Let's fix that. Oh, that's because I did it like this. All right. I aliased it. Now it will sort. And you know what? Let's make it so that if you wanted to, you could edit directly from the report. And all we got to do is add that there. So right now, There's nothing here for edit capability, but now there is. So now price is sortable, as well as the food name. If you click on this, he can change it himself. I'm going to change this to $2. All right, and so now we can sort by price. All right, now if the boss said, "That's wonderful, I love your cat report, I want one for dogs too." Okay, just hit the save and copy, and then here we'll say for dogs, we'll make it view order of 55, change this to D, say, "Okay boss, check your reports." And there's his pet food for dogs. That quick, that easy, and it's already deployed. You don't have to upload anything to the web server because you handle it all through the Wizard's Toolkit Report Wizard. All right, have a great day.
Subscribe for more on the business of programming.